Hey guys, this is another Who to Choose video, and this time around I'm using one of my server alts because I actually already got one of these from the choices here, so I can't really show you there. I have to show you here now. So anyhow, let's just jump right in. I hope this video is going to be really short here. So Luna at this very moment, with the buff that it is right now, with this whole 40% more damage outside of the own turn stuff, so pretty much all counters. At this very moment, Luna is usable. She is a decent hero, but once that buff disappears, she's gonna go back to being a hero that never does any damage and things like that. There is a place for her on the actual dodge team of her own faction, the other team, in which there's a bunch of heroes that dodge a bunch, including with the new hero Lyrifile. That team and her, and with the one that the other, I mean the new taunt hero that is purple, that sometimes taunts, sometimes it doesn't. All those heroes in that team, they work very well with Luna. But outside of that, if you're not planning to do that team, I do not recommend you to get Luna at all, even at +0. If you are gonna get her, do plan to get her at +5. I'm pretty sure that you're able to get her in events to +5, because that ability to actually revive and that 100% dodge is useful in some situations. So if you're gonna put Luna without the buff and outside of the dodge team, you can use her as the whip holder and the one that's going to help your entire team revive when she's +5. So that's the only reason why you would actually use Luna in that respect, outside of the dodge team. So for the next one, Leticia. Leticia is, back in the day, I loved this hero, but I mean, I have no use for her. I mean, yeah, I really don't have any use for her. Some crazy players out there have found a bunch of combos, like using Leticia to actually take out teams in PvP, but I'm not one of those players. If you are going to go for her, you do need to go for +5 as much as possible. You are able to get her +5, I think, from events as well, in that case. So, but outside of that, I think Leticia, I've never really seen her being used successfully on defense. I really hope that her weapon gets awakened and gives her additional abilities, but for now, I personally can't recommend you unless you're absolutely crazy about her and you really want to make her work. So yeah, for now, I don't recommend you to actually get her. Now Mallory does have her uses, because there is an infinite team that doesn't use Alden and uses her instead, and in that respect you are able to use her. You can get her own weapon, is pretty amazing. You are able to actually try to get her as high as possible. I'm not sure if you're able to actually get that. I have to check it another time. In other words, I'm talking about the actual events. I'm pretty sure you're I'm not sure if you can actually awaken her through events. But yeah, her at her +5 does gives her a bunch of attack power, but really you really need her just at +1, really, to actually make her work in the infinite team. But more damage the better, because you do want to eliminate your enemy there in that respect. So Mallory does have a lot of uses, especially in PvE, not so much in PvP, by the way. Suyan is such a hot hero. I love this hero. At +1, she's really awesome. At +0, she creates a bunch of stones even so. So she's one of my top options for sure. If you don't have a good red hero and your main color is red, Suyan is a really, really awesome pickup. At +5, she's one of the very few heroes that is able to actually dispel from the enemy. So yeah, she's a really powerful hero, really nice to have. Not very good on defense. If you're looking for a good hero on defense, she is not it. But the attack, she is freaking amazing, guys. I'm sure you're not able to get her through events, because if you were, I would have had her +5, and I do not. Yeah, so if you really want to upgrade your red team, she's a good pickup for sure, even at +0. +1, she does some more damage, but her +5, yeah, that changes her a lot. But at +0, she's a really, really nice hero to pick up if you want her at +0. Now, Alpha. Alpha is a monster of a hero. Especially now that Silence is actually more useful than before. I've seen a few teams that you have Bubble and Raylan and this hero as well on the team, and it's pretty disgusting. I hate fighting those teams. If I don't have a plan to actually beat Silence, I'm pretty much screwed, destroyed. Yeah. She breaks shield, she Silence. If you have her at +5, you're able to actually pretty much give a mana to the entire freaking team and 100% damage spell, so it's pretty freaking amazing. But her real sweet spot is her +1, because +1 is pretty much the +5 of some heroes, because Alpha is able to be immune to all debuffs, including Silence, so that is very, very, very useful against the dreaded Bubble. So yeah, definitely don't underestimate Alpha. She's more useful than you think, and she's a definitely amazing pickup for any purple player out there. Now, for the next one, Athena. Athena is one of the most amazing heroes in the entire freaking game. Even though she has been released like 2 years ago, she's still an amazing, amazing hero. The problem with her is that is required for you to have her at +3 for her to actually perform very, very, very well. +1 for her to be able to dispel, which is a must. At +0, she's not usable. At +1, you can use her as a dispeller. At +3, she goes off on her own and does a bunch of things. But her +5 is the main reason why you actually want her to actually make your team revive and her to actually counter the actual enemy that actually killed one of your heroes. That's one of the main reasons you want to have Athena. That changes games for her to actually revive a hero and gain, like, I think it's 25% HP back. So yeah, Athena is a very powerful hero, has very, very incredibly powerful combos. Like Molly with her, that is freaking disgusting because she goes off twice. And if you have a taunter in your team, like Mildred, she's gonna shoot twice the exact same target. So yeah, very, very powerful hero. The only problem with her is that for her to be useful, she has to be really high awakening. She needs to be +3. She needs to be +5 for you to actually have her useful. So if you're planning to get her to +3, if you're planning to get her at +5 with time, she's a good pickup. If you're just trying to find a hero that is +0, +1, can actually help you out, Athena, that is not that hero, guys. Sorry. And last but certainly not least, Belnos. Belnos, when she was released, she was an absolute monster of a hero. But now that we have so many options with realms, so many solutions to be able to eliminate sleep, she isn't as overwhelming as she used to be, but still she's a pretty awesome hero still if you know how to use her specifically. If you plan to get her, it is required for you to have her at +1 like every single realm here in the entire freaking game. But honestly, I've been using Belnos for a very long time, and I've used her at +1, I've used her at +3, and it's not enough, guys. You have to get her +5. Once you get her +5, she'll be able to sleep enemies all the time, and at the same time, she's going to be able to buff the attack of your entire freaking team. I think it's 43% there. Entire purple team, 43%. So if you plan to get Belnos, only use her at +1 and only get her if you plan to get her at +5 in the future. Very important to note that, guys, because once you get her to +5, she becomes a very, very problematic hero. Not as much as before, but still problematic hero. Now, out of all these heroes, right here, let's imagine that you don't have any of these heroes, and you're looking for a hero that is very good, and it's at +0. That's going to be between Alpha or Zuyang. And it really depends in which one of those two colors you have the most resonance. If you have more resonance, if your main color is red, go for Zuyang for +0 for sure. If you're playing purple and you're looking for a good hero, get Alpha, because Alpha's going to break your shields, break the shields of the enemy, silent. This hero, Zuyang, she'll be able to actually create stones, do damage, and all that good stuff, and red really needs a lot of stones. Now, out of these heroes, which one of these heroes do I recommend to actually get at +5 and go for it? That's going to be between Athena and Belnos. And honestly, I'm leaning more towards Athena. If you're planning to get Athena +5, that is an incredibly awesome hero to have. You'll never stop using Athena on the attack, on defense, and all that good stuff. But at the same thing as I said before, if your main color is green, go for Athena. If the same option is the same, if you have to choose between Athena or Belnos to get a +5, Athena is better. But most players are going to have a more purple resonance, so you got to get a Belnos at +5 in that case. So yeah, that is my recommendations. +0 is either Zuyan or Alpha. At +5 is probably Athena, but if you play purple, it's definitely going to be Belnos at +5. All right, guys, I hope that helped you out with this thing. I know that I was late to do it, but anyhow, better late than never, whatever. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave them in the comments, and we'll talk about it. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.